Hello, and it's not working. No, it's still not. Why? Why do you not detect me? It detects all of you guys when you talk, just not me. That's this fucking thing.
Get wrecked, scrub.
Hang on, I got it.
Now I have to pay royalties to some other fucker. Thank you.
That was only 6 seconds, it's fine.
Hello and welcome everybody. It's now working. And welcome back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and the boys as always, as we carry on our tabletop RPG series with some more Dark Heresy. So, in the previous episode, I nearly killed everyone by having some of the luckiest rolls I have ever had as a GM in a Dark Heresy campaign. Maybe even ever, as I've sometimes struggled to even hurt this group of players at the very least. But thankfully, with the God Emperor on their side, they did slay the evil ne'er-do-wells from off-world. Unfortunately, they did have to slay the evil ne'er-do-wells from off-world, so questioning them was going to be a bit difficult. However, they had already called for support from their Inquisitor, and he was already en route. So when he got there, only a few minutes had passed. Thus, the corpses were still juicy with their psionic essence, and he was able to do a rather risky psionic ability, an auto seance. Using his power, and also using some other powers that the players didn't catch at the time, which is quite fortunate for him. He was able to bring forth the residue of one of the individuals who had just died, and get some questions out of him. The questions were not exactly the answers were not exactly what he wanted, seeing as most of it would have gone over his head, except from a few parts that the players brought up about their previous work on a certain world. However, the cost to the Inquisitor for using such ability left him out of it, unconscious for some time, and just a gibbering mess for a little bit. Gibbering mess? That's the wrong word. A slurred mess is the better word. The group, having secured the area and ensuring that certain artifacts were collected so that they could not do any more harm, they went about clearing the area. So we're going to move ahead a little bit. So for all of you now, you have left the village of Khorne. You've returned to the world's starport, main city, we shall call it, which just so happens to be the starport for this sector of the planet. All of you who are wounded have been taken to the Medicae Centre there and are receiving Medicae treatment of essentially the best quality this world can offer. It does have a starport, so it is advanced treatment. So that does assist you with your I can't remember.
Extended care?
Extended care, that's the one.
Extended care is going to be a couple of days. I need to get out of critical, and then I need to get into back to normal.
You heal naturally 1 HP per day, right?
Yeah, and then with extended care, you get 1 extra per day, so long as I can keep up with the treatments.
Yeah, it's still going to be like a week for me, at least.
I'm missing 2 HP. I'm going to be fine.
Shut up.
I can show off.
The power of the priest compelled me to heal.
He just didn't like us.
He just doesn't like you.
He doesn't like you.
Well, that's his own fucking problem.
So, a couple of days have passed. The rest of the Inquisitorial acolytes, the other 2 or 3 squads, think it's 3 squads in total. One has stayed at the starbase, at the, well, yeah, basically at the starport on where you are now, and have been going through the records to try and find clues as to what is going on. The other groups have gone out to the other 2 villages. One of the ones that you were going to check, which was this one here. However, they've also gone over to the other village to check there. Well, actually, we'll pass on 3 days because that gives them enough time to do their shit, come back and tell you what's up. So you all receive 6 HP if you are in extended care. And after the 3 days has passed, you would be all required to basically come into a meeting place. To be honest with you,
one word.
Perfect.
to be honest with you, it would probably be the Inquisitor's gun cutter. So you'll find yourselves, you know, those of you who still need extended care, you can be in wheelchairs. You're going back to get more, to carry on your care after this. You know, you've got the whole servitor is currently wheeling you about. You've got the IV drip in and all that shit. A catheter if needed, if you really want.
No, I'm good.
We just look like Iron Man from Endgame at the start.
Oh,
Just
God.
like, just kill us
battered.
now.
As you're delivered to the gun cutter, you would see that the Inquisitor has basically, so his gun cutter doesn't have a cargo bay like yours does. His cargo bay is actually it's divided up into separate areas. One of them is a big old cognite bank that holds information in. I believe you guys have got a similar but smaller one on your ship. But you go in and you essentially there's a room much like a mini war office in many respects, as there is a table that's laid out and has good lighting on it so everyone around can see. You see a number of faces that you haven't seen for a few days, as I believe it's the scribe NPC, the one that you guys coerced into doing some work for you, Castella. Yeah, I believe it's Castella Administratum.
I just want to know, where is Nutella?
Nuella is there. She is currently twitching in the corner, talking about tasting the color red. The iron taste runs through, shit like that. Just tweaking, doing crazy psycho shit.
I'll go. You know, I'll go small talk with her for a little bit. Just small talk. Don't worry about it.
It's good that you've all been able to gather here. As the rest of you can see, the village was not all that it seemed, but it appears as if we have some more distressing news. Castella, if you will, you found it. Yeah, of course, Inquisitor. Castella steps forwards. She is your typical administratum scribe. She's kind of scrawny. When she raises her hands to put data slates down on the planning table and bring forth some actual scrolls of parchment, you can see her fingertips are blue. They are still stained, even after all this time. I spent some time in the Chronicalarium as the Inquisitor ordered. He requested that I look into the world's deep history, as far back as I could go. Well, I found out that for the most part the world had been unmolested. It has gone undamaged, unattacked, unassaulted for millennia. However, the records from... She looks up at the Inquisitor, who gives her a nod. The records from circa 10,000 years were gone. I do not just mean they were scattered and fractured, they had been completely removed. In fact, no information of the heresy was found in the Chroniclarium whatsoever, even under inquisitorial clearance. But I did not stop there, as I didn't think the Inquisitor would be pleased with such information. I dug deeper. I found out that the Guild of Architecturists here, they had detailed plans dating far back. She then brings forth the scrolls and begins laying them out on the table, placing data slates down on the edges to keep them unrolled. You'll see here. This is their a copy of their earliest plannings. Do you note anything? She turns to the group. If you want to roll to see if you note anything, it is a scrutiny perception with a -20, unless you have a law that is associated with this like essentially imperial law is kind of enough for you to be able to use imperial law or perception scrutiny without the minus.
I'm gonna nod my head. Well, yes, I see. Knows nothing.
Wait, what? Hang on. Okay, no, never mind. I fucking read them the wrong way around.
That is with the -20 as well.
Yeah, our doctors are just
knowledge count?
Which one?
So this actually wouldn't be Mechanicus domain. So your laws to do with the Adeptus Mechanicus wouldn't apply.
Yeah. I'm guessing Telepathica wouldn't either.
No, Telepathica would have nothing to do with planning, essentially. You got to put some roles out there for the scribes who aren't in the party, you know.
Yep.
Anyone with administratum or...
I mean, some of us make it anyway.
You do indeed. You do indeed. Some of you succeed resoundingly. In fact,
Ezio was just checking the target because he forgot the minus on the first roll.
Yes, exactly.
Only one of us has succeeded so far. We're just waiting on Mechanicus.
Winter. Yeah,
wait,
still a chance.
Okay.
Yes, my perception isn't exactly great, which is why I wanted to know if infused knowledge counts.
Oh, sorry, infused knowledge. Oh, infused knowledge. Let me have a think. So again, I'm going to say no for the simple fact that you're a Mechanicus member. I wouldn't really think the building plan structure would really interest you. Maybe forges would be of interest.
Architecture is a Mechanicus thing, though.
But aren't you biologist?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Explains why the healing was so crap.
What do you expect? I usually build guns.
Shots fired.
Medical guns.
My specialty is wiring and mechanical stuff, not biological stuff. Why is it so squishy anyway?
That's what she said.
Oh.
No,
Oh, God.
Only I succeeded so far.
Do you know what? I'll allow the infused knowledge roll instead.
Instead of the scrutiny, or in addition to scrutiny?
No. You can use either or in that case. If your infused knowledge roll is better, you can use that, and you're remembering. You're going, okay, yeah, I can see what's going on here.
My infused knowledge is a 51. My scrutiny is a 9.
Oh. Oh,
So-
you're a smart boy.
As
Dang.
you look over at the plans, immediately you can see that the layout of the world has completely changed, like the way that the buildings have been placed and have been built. And then the other slides, the other parchments are revealed as well, and you were very easily to see someone whitewashed the architecture. Someone destroyed every settlement and rebuilt them using Imperial standard. All the architecture doesn't, the actual plans for the buildings, because each time she reveals the next scroll, you can see in the corners like the planned designs for what buildings go where, you know, like logistics wise. And that's where Eris is looking at, well, yeah, this is a logistic plan of where materials should be delivered and supplied, and it does look more efficient, the plan that's been replaced. But Castella seems to be getting more worried. As you'll see here, it's been completely reworked. Well, the Imperium wouldn't do that. There would be no reason to waste resources on such a... forgive me, the Mechanicus might for a forge, but for an agri world? Well, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Until you start looking at the smaller picture. So at the moment, you've been looking over at plans that are much larger than the area that you're in. And much like today's planning, you can see that this is a populated sector where it leads down and there's, you know, agricultural land, and there's the, you know, it's how it is now. But after the whitewash, everything changes. And Inquisitor, if you wouldn't mind, I have to provide a symbol. The Inquisitor nods. Everyone, prepare yourselves. She overlays an image, and the priest, whose name is Festus, yes, Festus, immediately upon seeing it, blasphemy! A hated symbol! An unclean symbol, how? He does get silenced as to map player. No, why did that not work? What? Hang on.
You put it to the map layer, not the...
No,
Yeah,
I was on the map player, and I told the map to go to the map player, which doesn't actually work.
Oh.
If I tell this to go to
Yeah,
to
fucking knew it. The eightfold path. Well, Dark Chaos. But...
Wait. There you go.
Do the plans state who ordered or organized this rework?
So that was something I had to dig into. With the Inquisitorial archives at my disposal, I was able to look into more restricted information. Well, my Lord Inquisitor, sorry, my Lord Inquisitor, he isn't a lord. Well, he is, but he's
not a
an odd
Lord
one.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, he's not a
He's
Lord
an
Inquisitor.
But
you
people
would
call
address him.
Inquisitors Lord. Yeah.
You would address him as Lord, and then saying it like Inquisitor.
I guess it's my Lord or my Inquisitor, not
Yeah, it would be said differently. Sorry, that just confused me then. Anyway.
It's fine.
My lord, upon further inspection, you give me an awareness check, everyone. Flash.
Can I?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, awareness.
Can I do a Synesius as well?
You can if you wish. By the way,
based on sight.
Oh, damn, Darius. Damn.
Is this based on sight?
yes, this is on site.
Oh god, Slanesh wanted me to pass the Synesius. Not that means anything.
So, well,
right
no,
now.
I just need to think of where the hell Jonas is. Jonas would have his inhibitor on. Yeah, the Inquisitor's
Fucking
hunter.
I know.
Yeah, but he'd have his inhibitor on. So
Every fucking time there's something.
he's fine.
Oh, you need to spot this thing on the TV. 1.
Yeah.
So everyone who passes can see that as she starts talking and as she's looking down at the symbol. By the way, seeing the symbol drawn makes you all feel very sick. The guardsman, if you went up against heretics, then you're more used to seeing it. But for those who have not seen this symbol before, you feel very, very ill.
Yeah.
Is a no-no symbol.
It
It
is.
is described in the primer, but it's never actually shown.
Yeah.
Yes. So you would notice, everyone who passes, that her hand begins to tremble as she starts talking about the next part of the information. Darius notices that her data slate that she's now reading from is beginning to smoke. It's beginning to smoke. It's beginning to burn out because of the data that's on it. The issue was the Inquisition had redacted much of the information, but I was able to acquire it, my lord. It was... Why would their name leave me now? Of what, like, why would it...
Just go really quiet there for a second.
I thought it was for dramatic suspense.
Yeah, I thought it was dramatic.
It was, and then I was
yourself.
like, shit, it's not the World Eaters, the Word Bearers.
Word bearers.
It's the Word Bearers. My lord, the Word Bearers. Fucking Lorgar's Legion.
Wait.
I'm not going to do that meta comment. Not with the priest.
This cannot be. Are you sure of this, Castell? My lord, I am. I double checked. I haven't sent to the bastion, Inquisitorial Bastion on Ultramar for confirmation, but with the archive at my disposal here. Why will this cur keep appearing in my life? The Word Bearers. They performed this. Yes, my lord. It appears after the Ultramarines were waylaid that they came into the Ultramar Segmentum, and this is where the knowledge is lost. We don't know what they did here, but it is confirmed as far as I can do so. The priest is white. My lord, Lorgar,
Oh no.
But I am the belief that he was the author of So let me just roll. Oh well, he's getting some insanity points.
Oh no! Oh no! He's turning traitor. Kill it! Blam him now.
He's a
Festus, you gain some insanity points, my friend. What is your willpower bonus?
Right.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. You only gain a couple. So you should all be deeply religious people who all understand that the book, the Lectitio Divinatus, is written by Lorgar. Or at the very least, you would know that it was written by a certain saint.
I don't know why, but like the early saints, all I can think of is Healer.
I think the only character that might not know would be Winter, because
Yes,
Admech.
Yes, this is very true. The Adeptus Mechanicus member just kind of, what? So, can I get a willpower bonus from every loyal citizen of the Imperium? You do get a... I'll give you a +10 to it.
Would my Forbidden Lore Chaos Marine help?
You don't need to, Eris, because you're Admech. This is not someone going up to the Quran and telling you that, oh yeah, by the way, the Prophet Muhammad, oh yeah, no, he actually enjoyed raping children every day of the week. He did terrible things, and you follow his book because he just left out those bits. It's like taking the Bible and going, oh yeah, by the way, Mary, yeah, massive whore, like ancestral whore,
Utter slag.
Jesus plowing into that, all of his mates, that's why Judas turned him in, because Jesus was like, nah man, she's had enough. Wouldn't let him plow her. That's why. I'll go after everyone here. Who do I need to go after next?
So I'm guessing like resistance, fear, psychic resistances don't matter here.
No, these
willpower +10.
Adamantium Faith, I would give you a +10 for, because it is in the name. It's it kind of the name of it for me would help with this. But for most of you, if you're an Imperial citizen, finding out that Lorgar is actually one of the traitor Primarchs, a big fucking deal. Anyone who fails, please roll me a 1d5. You can remove 1 from it. So technically,
standard test is just willpower
+10 session, so I'm glad I got them out of the way.
Wait, you only have 28 willpower?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a shooter.
Yeah, it's only because you're a psyker that you've got high willpower. Most people genuinely don't have high willpower.
Was there a willpower bonus?
Yeah, it was a +10 on it.
Yeah, it was just
then
a
I
+10.
rolled to a 48. I rolled flat.
Oh, okay. Because 28 is very low for willpower. Like, I understand psykers are high. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
No, I know. Normally, if you're playing anything other than a psyker, sometimes you have to put a high attribute in there from the beginning, because I'm going to get 1 + 5 in it, because it's too expensive.
1d5 corruption or insanity?
Insanity. You take 1 to a minimum of 1 is what I was also going to say. Add on to there.
What's the threshold for insanity now? That's not 6 like it is in fantasy.
8.
8?
Yeah, I believe we deal in 8s or 10s in this.
10. I thought it was 10.
I believe it was 10s as well.
Okay, then it's 10s. It's 10s.
Hang on, I'm double checking. That's fine.
Because you all should be quite far away from that.
Oh no, it's every 10. Yeah.
You say we should be far away from it.
I have 0 insanity and 1
You can't
corruption.
talk. You were saying that you want insanity, so
Yes, I want at least 5 insanity.
So yeah,
I'm on 6. You can have some of mine if you want.
I'm on 6. It's fine.
So yeah, essentially, the Inquisitor is going to inform you that Lorgar is a traitor. He's then going to tell you that before he fell, to chaos, he wrote Lectitio Divinatus in a way to honor the Emperor of Mankind. He then tells you that there is nothing wrong with the belief in the God Emperor, and that he himself has a copy and it is dog-eared. The priest, to no one's surprise, the priest, you're from a research world, you should know that terminology.
Yeah, I definitely know. Yeah.
You are definitely not an Ogren in this campaign, sir. The priest is white as a sheet. Learning this, it looks like it has hit him quite hard, and he will excuse himself from the further discussion. Inquisitor allows this, seen as it's going to hit him the hardest. Right, you're going to get a bit of backstory here. So, the Inquisitor informs you this is not his first time with dealing with Lorgar. In fact, this is something that has mired his career for some time now. He tells you...
Lord God.
Yes, the demon Primarch Lorgar. Yes.
No, I was more referring to... Is Lord God fucking with the Inquisitor? Or is just his goons?
No, Lorgar.
No, he has dealt personally with Lorgar in a really fucked up campaign that left him kind of messed up. So
let's not talk about that.
Oh
my!
He informs you that that he has dealt with Lorgar before, and this could be something greater that he's being pulled into. So, on closing with this bit of nugget of information, he tells you that you must keep this in mind from this point on. Whether or not this is a greater plan of Lorgar coming to fruition, essentially he needs to find out where this is connected to, what is going on. Especially considering what was found at the temple, the Fleshhound and the Amulet of Khorne. He basically informs you on that note, for anyone who didn't realise, these things should not exist in our material realm. Normally when a demon dies, it disappears. Its equipment goes as well. So having an artifact like that here, and finding out that this is this has had ritual intent put onto it, this is very, very concerning.
Well, what can we do? Can we break up the symbols somehow then? I know, well, we lost one of the towns. If we purge it, the symbol is gone technically, right?
Yes, I will be ordering a complete annihilation of that village. The population is already gone, so it shouldn't affect too much. I'll also be ordering the guild architecture to begin dismantling any village that matches this pattern. They'll do it on inquisitorial orders. Relocation of the people there will have to take place. Unfortunately, this does mean I'll need a team on world to assist. I need y'all to go to the villages and check out who's where and where's what. However, this is not really a job for an Inquisitor to stay. To go. So, for the next week or so, all of you able-bodied will have to go and investigate some of these villages. Make sure that the population there is untainted. From what I've heard from the Ministorum assistant, all of their priests have signed in. They've all given the word that they are where they're meant to be. The only one that didn't was our target. So I'm hoping there won't be any other engagements, but for now, well, we'll have to give each one of your squads a name at one point. I might let you fight over Alpha Squad, and I'm sure you'll all hate to be Beta Squad, but one of you will have to be.
Bravo.
But for now, I think your squad will have to remain in intensive care for a bit longer. So the rest of y'all can go out and check the villages. Castella, I want you to continue researching. Try and find out if there's anything else noteworthy. Yes, Inquisitor. As she's about to finish, you hear a tss as her data slate blue smoke just emits, like just shoots out from it, and she drops it on the table, where you see the symbol that she overlaid onto the map, onto the parchment, also sets on fire. She quickly pats it out with her sleeve, and yes, Inquisitor, I will get right back on it. She destroys the symbol, what's left of it. I have one last duty in this sub until I can actually go about my own business, which will be investigating this connection that we may have found. But for now, like I said, you have a week, you have your orders. Are there any other questions?
Yeah, what about the off-worlders? They look like they were the main antagonists of the ritual.
I just shoot a sideways look at Liliana, quickly at that.
So, the off-worlders. I got some information out of them, or out of their remains, rather. The only thing that really interested me, or was of note at the time, was the tutors. Well, you all found a particular skull lamb that had interesting tutors in it.
They referred to them by name as tutors, then there was no other title, so that's it. Yeah.
And you found that rather odd book, which also happened to be dealing with the same kind of beings. So,
is there any more, or how many off-worlders are actually on world?
So, I asked Castella to go and look into that as well. Don't worry, Castella, I have a data pad of my own. Got the information. Apologies, Inquisitor. Pen and paper, sanctified ink, better for such information. I noted, Inquisitor. So, the records show that there hasn't been that much orbital traffic, except from the 3 ships, was it? Yes, Inquisitor. The 3 ships that were in orbit and had dealings with this world. A rogue trader and two guild ships, I believe. Well, the interesting thing about that is, well, one of the guild ships was trading. They were trading personnel. The agri-worlds genuinely need a bit more muscle to help them out at harvest season, so there was nothing too strange about it. Well, we ran their chits. Their names were registered. A John Johnson and a Mark Markingham.
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow.
Now, these names are highly suspicious. Even I can see that. But what's more interesting is that these names are legitimate. They were hired off to a trading guild with a trading building in Agrafria, the hive world we just came from, the hive city we just came from.
I'm gonna look at. I don't remember who it was that found this out, so I'm gonna look at Darius, and I'm going to say, sir, I may be incorrect in my remembering this, but I believe we noted down on our report that we found out that they were doing something funky with the names, and that the skull was involved.
They were giving the graduates new names.
Well, that's definitely what it seems to look like at the very least, given that, well, there's no record of them after joining the guild. Like, these people do not exist other than as employees of the guild once they reached maturity.
Yeah, that sounds very alike. The very similar in the school.
Yeah, that sounds all too familiar with the skull.
Could it be that the guild, or at least part of the guild, is being used as a front for these renamed invisible people?
It is possible. It is possible. We may look into the guild itself, as they may be an innocent party in all this. They might not. So we'll follow that line of inquiry, sure. But the fact that the Skolam Terrenia, off the top of my head, I think that's right, has already been marked as a place of interest.
Burn that place to the ground if it's where these people come from.
So that's certainly what it looks like at the very least, which we wouldn't have known if it wasn't for your diligence. I will point that out now. Well, that's the interesting thing, Darius. When they delivered their personnel, they only delivered 2. And the way that the ship's logs show its course, it didn't come from the hive world, Agrafria, or the world Santa Fe. In fact, it came from a world from further out in the sub. And this is what is concerning me. I have another world to investigate in this sub. So I'm hoping they came into this solar system from that side, walked in, as it That'd be the ideal. But I'm now beginning to worry that the next world we come across is going to have a very similar situation.
All right.
Did you find any links from this system to this other planet he talked about, where the ship came from that delivered the people to this planet?
Well, I've been asked by the Inquisition that I must go to this world as the planetary governor has raised some alarms and some questions and so on. There's been nothing reported about anything serious. This was put on the back burner. I'm only doing it because I'm in a shithouse. Which means that, well, for one, this planet could have fallen to far more than just one town succumbing to this taint. And the dots are connecting. Dots that your team provided are connecting more and more. But at the moment, there is no information about where the world came from, only the direction. They haven't reported where they came from before this world. And that's not illegal, of course. It's not mandatory for a ship to tell the port authorities where they've hailed from.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well. Okay, we had heads coming back. Hang on. Yeah, we should investigate the other, or have the other ones investigate the other villages, make sure they're all clear and don't show any other signs of corruption, I suppose.
We will, Darius. We will check as many towns as we have to. But as I said, I cannot remain on this world forever. I'll only dedicate a week, thus helping your recoveries, but no more. I am worried for BioLuna. BioLuna? Oh.
Luna?
Where the bloody hell is that? Oh, there it is. It's hidden behind sheets.
Luna has enough fucking guns to protect herself, it's fine.
BioLenus. It's BioLenus. Or Lenus.
Oh, okay.
Look like Lunus from a glance, but it's not.
Alright.
Oh, hang on. Did I just give you guys the wrong name? I did. Because I'll admit, I made a little bit of a fuck up. So it goes in order of planets in this subsystem. It goes the mining world, the hive city, the agri world, the ice world. So that's actually the order that the systems, the planets are laid out in. But you guys have kind of gone. So technically, it would still work that the direction of the ships, because you remember that the solar system's moving in a very not even. They're not lined up. So it is possible for a ship to come in to the sub without passing the worlds correctly to make it line up. But yeah, the worlds, the way it works is kind of confused me a little bit. Like, because it's not stationary. The planets are all moving at different speeds and different velocities and all that shit. So you're actually heading to Las Torren. Las Torren, yes.
So we're going to Last Horn, and they actually came from the other place.
Well, so as far as they bring up a map of the sub and where the planets are at the moment in their turning of the sun. Can't remember what that word is either. It does look as if a ship could traverse the way that the Inquisitor said, but you're all like, yeah, in a couple of weeks or so, planets are not going to be in that position. The Inquisitor did fuck up, but he's not the smartest man in the world anyway. In the Imperial.
Heresy.
He's actually a bit of a dumbass. He was not known for his intelligence. He recruited intelligent people to do that shit for him.
Oh boy.
So yeah, once you look at the lunar map, the solar system map, you're like, huh? How's the Inquisitor doing this shit? But never mind. So yes, you're heading to Les Torren next.
Okay.
Are there any other questions or snippets that you want to get from this meeting?
Not particularly.
Okay. The meeting ends.
Can I do something weird?
Sure, I suppose. How weird? You're gonna like start doing like sexual things to the Inquisitor? He won't like it.
No. I want to look at Nutella and ask what she thinks.
The chittering! Why is the chittering there?
I'm gonna scratch
Out of
my
character. Fuck!
I'm just gonna go, well, that didn't work. Never mind then.
I hope that wasn't too loud, by the way. I did lean away specifically.
That was
It was
absolutely perfect.
Darius was a little concerned.
Where did Darius stop?
True.
So you interacted with her, so that just gets me to roll on my fun chart. So after she goes through a little spastic moment of just like, the chittering comes. Ah! They're all linked. The chains, they're linked. From past to present to future. We cannot break the chains, because the chains we make. Our actions lead us down this path. And what path is that we take? The one to the end, the one to the split. The universe will be cut in two, and we will be lost in the middle.
What?
And how exactly are we supposed to get out of the middle? The Black Fortress that comes. The Black Fortress? You don't have anything else you want to tell me there?
You don't have clearance to know about that. Wait.
I'm gonna cock my head to the side.
When?
Life ends and it goes moldy. It dies, decays, turns to nothing.
I'm gonna look back at the Inquisitor. Can I keep her?
No, she's quite mine.
You already have a girlfriend.
Not like that.
I can have many. Oh, sorry. Never mind. Forget that. Did y'all hear what she just? For those of you who don't know, Noelle here is a. Well, she's a nutcase for all intents and purposes, but she can see into the future, different paths, different predictions. The Eldar, a foul Xenos species, would call this far-seeing. She speaks gibberish most of the time, but there are moments of clarity. take note of it. I don't have a clue what she's talking about, but I do know of the Black Fortress, or 2 or 3.
I'm gonna raise my hand.
Awareness check, everyone, as he says 1, 2, or 3. Liliana, I'll give you a plus. I'll give you a plus 10 because you're quite close to her.
Oh.
Now this is visual.
No, I'm re-rolling this. Fuck
I
it.
have Forbidden Lore Archaeotech, if that helps.
You know of.
Yes.
Well, give me a roll, Archaeotech, to see if. Given you know of the Black Fortresses, but how much do you know? That's enough degrees of success.
They're treated as archaeotech.
They are
Treated as Archaeotech, but they're Xenotech.
Yeah, they genuinely are, but the Mechanicus hasn't made that distinction yet. So you know that there are 3. Hang on. Yes, there are. Wait, there were only 3 Black Fortresses as far as the Imperium knows at this time.
5. One was destroyed. One was given to Huron Blackheart after the Gothic War. There's a 6th that no one knows about yet in the timeline.
Yeah. Okay. I was too short.
3 official.
Yeah,
Official.
there's 3
Yeah.
official.
So I was going to be generous by 1. So yeah, as you've learnt from acquiring knowledge from your betters within the Mechanicus, that the Imperium know of 3, and at this time, all 3 have been destroyed, as far as I'm aware. Abaddon's Black Crusade, the one that destroyed them all, the Gothic War, has come and gone. So for her to be talking about something like that is very, very strange.
Sensei, what is about Black Fortress?
It's a piece of archaeotech that the Mechanicus nor the Imperium fully understands, but we utilize it as best we can. It symbolizes the Ordo Mechadendum. It's truly the spirit of our Ordo.
It makes what go boom?
It makes bad stuff go boom.
What bad stuff?
Darius leans back in his wheelchair.
As far as I know, it's basically what happens if you take a big ass fortress and strap thrusters to it.
Basically the phalanx.
Yeah, kind of.
How do you know what the phalanx is? Now that's forbidden lore, Adeptus Astartes, unless you come from their
Are
home.
the phalanxes?
No, it's a massive.
Phalanxes forbidden hardware.
No, it's
forbidden hardware. Forbidden lore.
No, I think the phalanx is pretty well known as like a symbol, isn't it?
No, so it depends on which. So you got to remember, galaxy.
Oh yeah,
Galaxy.
yeah. Good point.
So
Very big.
if you're not from that segmentum, then you just don't know. You know, if you're from that segmentum, I'd give it to you. Yeah, sure, you've seen artwork of it. But out of that, area, they've got other things that they can venerate.
Yeah, we aren't segmentum solar, so.
No, you are Ultramar at the moment. Well, I don't know where you actually came from individually. Not all of you marked it down, but too late now, motherfuckers.
I mean, I can tell you, I have the exact planet I fucking came from, and I know the subsector.
You do.
Yeah, I mean, I could give you that as well if you wanted.
Hold up.
Think of a
Why if you want to
I'm sorry.
provide, you can. If you want to provide, you can. Add it to your character sheet.
So, forgive me.
Think of the Black Fortresses as sort of mobile star forts.
Okay, but give me the context. Why is that concerning for you, my lord?
Surely another
They
one
are-
would be a boon.
They are incredibly powerful, little understood technology. It is concerning that I do not know where it is. I don't know of any others. If my Grand Master of Ordo Nicodendum, if he knew where one was, we would not be on this shitstorm of a errand. We'd be out there finding it. The fact that little Miss Psycho here has just possibly predicted that one will appear, that is something of note. The issue is, well, he points at her and she's like now just like looking up at like dust falling, like following it like a cat, like about to pounce. Like, it dwindles for the air so sweetly. It dwindles so nicely.
She does grow on you.
How do you not like her?
Yeah.
I'm concerned. I saw crazy fuckers like that back in. I saw people go fucking crazy like that,
But have you seen them
not
go?
fucking twists that go crazy like that.
Well, no, they're normally put down before it. Anyway, to the point. It'll be something we'll have to investigate at a later date. Hopefully, Noelle will provide us with some more useful tips. Kind of looks at her, she's following bits of dust still, like, yeah.
We can always speak this out loud. Note to self, whenever something funky is happening, ask the teller.
She's just really lucky with her rolls. Like, you weren't meant to find out about her power for much later on. But every time you interact with her, she rolls. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, look, she... okay.
I think last time she made a prediction about me as well, didn't she?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Ever since I saw her, something clicked with me that she's crazy because she knows too much.
Yeah.
Something broke in her because she knows too much.
Yeah.
Well, if there's nothing else to go over for now, y'all can get back to your recovery, and the rest of you can get scouring the surrounding countryside, I suppose. If you need the PDF to assist you, by all means, use my clearance level and get those lazy fucks doing something. I'll make my gun cutter available. I'm sure the other Inquisitorial team will make theirs available to speed up this little business of ours. He looks at you with that look of, I'm your boss, you're going to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well then, I'm gonna look at the group. I think we have to go to the recovery room, right? I'm technically almost 100% fine.
Yeah, you try
Oh,
to
yeah, so-
wheels your way out of work.
Yes. you probably do a my chest
I'm gonna
fucked up.
I'm gonna put my hand on my left thigh, which has the massive gash and is still bandaged. I mean, it's starting to hurt standing, you know, on my feet.
I mean, if any of you
wheelchair.
if any of you are willing to assist, you can always help with the search. But anyone who needs recovery still should get recovered.
Mordecai just stares daggers at you.
If you have trouble standing, I can make a splint for you.
No. I think I just need rest, and preferably the hands of a beautiful woman, such as, you know, my girlfriend.
Nice save. Nice save.
As your shakes his head.
So,
Are you sure?
Come on, yet again.
I can make a splint out of a stick if necessary.
No, I'm good. I just need rest and recovery.
TLC, emphasis on the L in her C.
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow, look at you.
Others?
Disgusting, vile, hideous!
Hey, the priest ain't here.
Well,
The
but
love
what's so wrong
between
with
two
ladders?
people should be a man and a woman. Anything else is against the God Emperor, you filthy creatures. That isn't true. That isn't true.
That really is not true.
It genuinely is not. The God Emperor doesn't
They
care who
could
you
not
fuck.
give a fuck.
The Emperor doesn't care as long as you got as long as you're human, you're not fucking green, and you're willing to die for him. There you go.
Yeah. As long as you fix bayonets and charge, you're.
Okay, so don't fuck green is the only thing I can't fuck.
Oh,
Good to know.
and blue. Don't even try.
And blue.
And blue. The colour spectrum that you're allowed is between pale white and azure black. Anywhere in between that spectrum. Oh, hang on, we gotta get a yellow in there somehow as well. Damn.
What about Eldar, though?
No, that's fine, man. Eldar. Why not? The ears are too long.
No, I'll be quiet. Yeah, they're free.
Yeah.
Damn
I
it,
mean,
their
chances are
complexion
you
is...
wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't even know it was an Eldar unless they told you.
No, you would. They fucking
would.
stand out.
No,
I
so
mean, in Harquin's though.
as soon as an Eldar moves, it is blatantly obvious that they are not human. That's what all the fluff says. Like, you can get one of the female assassins can take her polymorph potion that will make her look exactly like an Eldar, and they will know immediately that she's not an Eldar as soon as she moves, because they
And the
have
way they
this...
speak.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
They have an unnatural, weird, swaying motion as they walk. Think of Jack Sparrow. You know, they've got this constant...
Here comes Jack Sparrow.
Just less drunk.
You say less, I say more.
But anyway, back to the game. So, you are all dismissed. If you want to assist in a search, you can. If you want to just use this time as downtime, you can. If you want to just sit there and recover and get some HP back, you can.
I would like to buy grenades.
You can't.
Can I do research? Can I do research whilst recovering?
No, because you're in a general Medicaid hospital.
Just so I'd
the
ask.
Inquisitor does not want you taking prescripted
More time
texts.
to heal.
Well, no, prescripted texts into a hospital that has civilians in it, because just being near those texts is dangerous enough. Let alone having some dumb fuck get hold of them because the Chaos Gods were like, "Yes, this is a perfect way to fuck with the party." Have a nurse coming around with tentacles and. No, I can see it now. Like you take your medicine, you go to sleepy poos, and a nurse comes along. It's like, "Oh, what's this?" and starts reading out aloud the summoning rituals of the tentacles, and then it all turns bad. It all turns bad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good, depending on your preference.
No. Noises.
So you have a week. If there's anything you want to do in that week, for those of you who are not injured, you have this time to use it. For those of you who are, once you actually get healed fully, you can leave the sick bay. But once you go on to the Lustful Maiden, there is not a proper med bay on that ship. There's a basic one, so you can get back 1 HP as normal, but it won't be enough to give you any bonuses. Your gun cutter does not have a med bay on it at the moment. It does have an emergency, an emergency first aid kit, I guess is the best way I could really explain it. You might want to think about, at certain points, equipping your gun cutter with some stuff like that. The things you can get on this world, if you have the Inquisitor's Handbook open, if you go down to Agri World, that's the kind of shit you can, is it Agri World? I'm pretty sure it is Agri World. It might be Frontier World, sorry. No, was it Frontier World? Stop. There's Feral, Feudal. Okay, then I guess it counts as a Feral World then. because hang on, let me have a look at the weapons.
Oh,
I think
I'll be back in a second.
I think that's the one that will tell me which one is which. Yeah, I think it's the feral world. Essentially, this world doesn't. Its PDF has just the shittest guns you have ever seen. You know, this is not a rich world. So anything technological is going to be quite difficult to acquire.
This may sound weird, but does this world produce alcoholic beverages?
It does. It does. It produces a number of different qualities of amasec, which you will get a discount on buying things like that here, because well, it's an agri world. They do also do a number of other spirits as well.
I would like to invest. How much money do I have? I will invest 850 francs into purchasing beverages for cheap, because that's one way I can make money. And get
exotic drinks from round in our bar 1 week only.
Okay,
I would like to get a medkit.
For your drink, Jim, you can say that you get it at half price. So if you sell all the alcohol that you have at a retail price, you will get double your money. You are there,
Hello?
Abby.
Hello?
Hello?
Discord grabbed itself for a second, so I was kind of worried I died.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, okay. Discord is playing up at the moment.
Reconnected continuously, so
It's weird not getting a call on your phone anymore. Getting a call through Discord. Like, oh,
Yeah.
hang on a second. I need to take a call. Wait. Oh shit, I'm in Discord. Wait. Oh.
It's a feral world that you're on, so you'll be able to get. I'm classing it as a feral world, so there are some interesting items that are available only on this world. But yes, sorry, Eris, what did you ask for? A medkit,
I would like
wasn't
to get
it?
a medkit.
It was a medkit. You would be able to get a medkit because, again, it's although it's a feral world, you are in a starport. This is the most technologically advanced place on the world. It's just all technological things are a little bit more expensive. So let me come over to. I think a medkit is 50 thrones for an advanced one. I think it's 25 thrones for a normal one. That's only off the top of my head.
The one in consumables in the core rulebook for first edition is 150 thrones.
Yep. Medkit's 150.
Contains various cataplasm patches, contraceptics, and thin skin. A character that has a medkit at hand when using a Medicare skill gets plus 20, and it comes with 6 doses of stim.
I swear we've had this discussion before.
Yeah, we have.
One of you does have a because I've made that fuck up before. Yes,
No,
you can get a standard quality
Second
one.
edition one.
You'll be able to get a standard quality one. Not a problem. Price wise, it will probably be 150 thrones, so probably won't spike you on it because you are an Inquisitor's party. If you want to get anything better than a standard one, you are going to have to give me influence tests, and the price will not be the book price. It may be more expensive.
I'm fine with standard quality.
Okay, now the way that I'm doing medkits, they do have charges. You have 10 charges, I believe. After you've healed 10 people, 10 lots of wounds, you need to buy another one. The only reason I do this is because you guys do get quite a lot of money, so you need to spend your money on something. So
And we can't spend it all on ammo, at least not yet.
Just to confirm, you said I purchased the booze for half price and sell it for regular price?
no. So you can what you've bought, you wanted to spend 800 thrones on. You've spent 800 thrones, but when you sell it, you're going to make 1,600 thrones. So 1,600.
Yeah, so I'll double my money.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the thing. Right.
Yeah, it's just to stop you because you said you wanted to spend 800 and this much thrones. So I figured, well, okay, we'll just double it at the end. Because then you get to spend your nearly 1,000 on alcohol. Sure, you could do that. Or you can buy one bottle for 1,000.
I didn't say I bought stuff. I just added thing. I bought 1,600 thrones worth of alcoholic beverages, and I bought it for 800.
You know, I mean, if you want, you can buy a bottle for 1,000.
I don't have 1,000.
There.
I have 950.
Oh.
How much of a feral world is there?
If you ask someone who tends to
puts it
drink
away.
when he gets stressed out,
Oh, hold up.
I'm drinking right now.
I haven't stopped drinking.
Oh, actually, a feudal healer's kit is 100. Costs 100. So yeah, that's kind of shit. A feral one only costs 50.
Oh, you mean the services?
No. Healer's kit. Feral healer's kit, 50 thrones. Feudal healer's kit, 100 thrones.
A feral shaman giving you Medicaid treatment is 50 thrones as well.
Huh? Cheap, expensive bastards.
Well,
How dare they?
he's got a stats of a 30 intelligence and only has 3 in Medicaid, so it's fucking.
So, a week passes, and children scream.
Someone's abducting my baby again.
What?
Sorry. What? What the fuck?
That was odd.
Oh god.
Okay then, fair enough. So
Phrasing.
So a week passes. For those of you who want to heal, you have healed. For those of you who wanted to do other things, you had your chance.
Hang on.
After the week, you get basically you get given a report rather than having a big meeting. You just get given a report sent to your data pads, data slates. Essentially, you seem to have found the one town that was infected. All the other towns have not shown any sign of infection. 666 locations on the world were marked out as being laid out in a manner that was no symbols. And all of those have now been basically well, the people have not been purged yet, but those settlements have all been set to be demolished. Like they're going to break the symbol, so it's no longer looking like a no symbol. It's going to take
everywhere can sleep.
Far safer. The Inquisitor doesn't have time to sit here for years sorting this shit out. So a message is going to be sent to the the Inquisition headquarters on the planet Ultramar, and they'll take it from here. You guys, whilst you were healing and doing anything else, you were also filling out reports about what you saw, what you dealt with, detailing it all down. That's all been handed in. You make your way onto your gun cutter and you are taken back to the Lustful Maiden. Whilst you've been on world, by the way, you've been having amazing food because it's all fresh. It's all freight for the Imperium straight from the farm, which has been quite nice, as well as the world also providing certain types of meat as well. So food has been good. And then you go back onto the Lustful Maiden, where you're back onto rations, basically. So, once on board the Lustful Maiden, you are met once again by the ship's captain, Ludwig Unsworth Turbini, I believe is his name. Basically a dwarf. You know, he's a tiny individual who has fucking
A super weird boy.
He's not a super weird boy. He has like optics, cybernetic optics. That's the word I'm looking for. Attached to the side of his head with like little lenses that come down so he can see things in fine detail. He greets you most happily, as he does. It's most wonderful to have you all back aboard my most great ship. She has been missing you all oh so much. My hold is filled with all manners of delectable treats thanks to the Inquisitor's stipend. That was all in High Gothic. That was all bastardized to living hell. The Inquisitor winces every time he speaks.
I'm gonna roast something, and I'm gonna give myself a bonus of 10. I don't shudder.
Mordecai probably
I
just
keep
doesn't
it in.
charge. Almost knocked over my side of that.
You're all very cruel to the poor shipmaster.
He's so nice, though. You
Mordecai
try.
recently finished learning. So
The problem is, it's not just a ship's master. It's also his fucking dog.
Ah, yes, and as
he's the weird
always,
dog.
his ever loyal manhound. Shit, what did we call him? He was Fivesworth.
Wait, what?
It's Fivesworth, isn't it? I believe his name was Fives.
I think so.
What was his name again? Turbini, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Turbini. His name is Ludwig Unsworth Turbini. And Fireflank, that's the name. That's the dog's name. No, I know the name of the ship. His ever loyal manhound stands next to him. Fireflank.
His what?
Manhound.
Have you ever seen the Key and Peele?
Alchemist?
No. Have you ever seen Key and Peele sketch where they put I think it's Peele's face on a dog?
No.
Think that.
Yeah.
He goes down onto his hunches once he sees that he doesn't need to hit the close switch. You know, the people who have arrived, who are meant to be arrived. He goes back onto his haunches, lays down lazily next to his master, looks at you all with a keen intelligence.
Is this the human dog thing, man?
Yeah.
Yes.
I still don't get it.
Is it just saying Edward to us?
No. It's more giving you the look of welcome back. I hope all went well. So essentially, this dude has a weird mutant manhound thing, which is both dog and human. I've stolen it from the Ravner books. If anyone out there watching is like, I think I know of this thing.
Think of a big dog.
Oh.
Big dog. with a
Oh,
human
no.
head. Yeah.
A big dog with like 15% human DNA in there. So it's got the intelligence, it's got some of the movement and
15.
mobility. Yeah, 15, 20, you know.
Women fuck dogs.
Hey, in our world today, we've had breeders doing it too. Do you think the mad planetary governors in the 41st millennium weren't so, well, 30 millennium, or 20 millennium, were so crazy that they wouldn't have gone, yes, I'm going to force. Maybe it was the Psychers. Maybe the Psychers did it.
Hey,
No.
Twins don't fuck dogs.
cease and fucking desist.
Anyway, so Fireflank, you know, by his master's feet has and yes, of course, you are all welcome aboard my ship once again. I have made sure that your rooms are still available, and we will have far better cuisine. on the next voyage, given that we have resupplied. He looks at you all as if you know High Gothic, and then he remembers.
I do.
Oh, so you, so Eris, he is destroying the Gothic language with every syllable spoken.
I do too.
I do as well.
That's why I rolled willpower not to shudder while he was speaking.
Yeah. He's just our guard friends that don't.
In Low Gothic, I have acquired more enjoyable sustenance for our meals from this point on. It'll be far better. I hope to see you all in the dining room. Hall. Fireflank, it is the dining hall. The dog looks up at his master and nods his head knowingly. Yes, it is, his eyes say.
You're fucking moron. His eyes also say.
Two servitors come round. One of them is holding a very large book. I believe some of you have seen this book before. And the other servitor carries a toolbox. And a number of tools in it. Ludwig turns to you all and I apologize. I do so deeply regret having to leave you all, but I must go about the maintenance of my ship. I must document all that needs replacing. You'll excuse me. He bows ever so low that the brim of his hat almost touches the floor as he gets up and leaves. Fireflank gets up onto his haunches, bows, does a doggy play bow to you all, and then gives you a little salute and walks off with his master on all fours.
The dog salutes us? That fucking dog freaks me out, man.
Wait. Was it a Count Dankula dog salute, or?
No. He raises. He gives you all a puppy play bow where he goes down and does that cute weird dog thing, and then as he comes up, he raises his paw to his head and gives you a proper salute, and then turns around and follows his master on all fours.
At this point, if Tiffany is with us, I'm hugging Tiffany and just like, that fucking dog freaks me out.
I know it's not quite right. It watches me sometimes. I don't like it.
It watches me. I see it in my dreams. It freaks me out.
And we may have to speak to the Adeptus Mechanicus genealogists about that thing, but for now, he seems harmless, and the dog seems to do a lot of work around here, so we'll let it pass for now.
I wonder if the dog knows better High Gothic.
The dog works here too.
Have you not seen it? It's quite the sight.
I try not to look at it, sir.
Winter, I suggest you remember that this is a rogue trader vessel. Whilst they must follow Imperial law, they can also choose to flaunt it as well.
Fucking twists. It's all on the same subject. I'm still sore, so I'm going back to the gun cutter.
Hey!
I wasn't
At least you
planning
admit
to
it.
poke around in areas I'm not supposed to be in, but I do kind of want to explore a little.
Hashtag not all twists.
I will put my hand on the Eris's shoulder and say, good luck, the ship looks atrocious. And I'll follow Tiffany. Oh, the ship just moved out.
That's not your ship. That's not your ship. That was the Emperor's Profiteer, the sleek luxury sprint trader that had all the bells and whistles. You're on a crappy little tramp crawler.
Thank you for Danny.
I don't think I have an image of this crappy ship. I should see if I can find one. So, I believe, Eris, you have a place on the gun cutter.
Yes, clean the fucking medic before the other squads do.
Yeah, please.
There is a quarters for you, so you can lay down your stuff in there. The quarters that were provided for you by Ludwig are like rattling quarters. They are less than desirable. However, if you did stay there, you'd have your one all to yourself, because the group refused to stay there. They stay on their gun cutter.
I can 100% support that action.
You're gonna go nuts in a week.
Yeah. It was nice knowing you.
So
Wait, you're staying on the ship?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, hang on. Are you going to stay on the gun cutter with the rest of your team? Ah, okay. So you are taken over to the gun cutter screen, the map, which we don't use this map enough. I feel we don't use it enough. So here it is, just for a little bit more. You can choose your room to place a token in. I believe I cleaned out the last tech priest.
This is the one where there was a fucking hole in it.
Yeah, there was, but it's been repaired now.
Yeah.
It's all good now. It's not as bad anymore. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Where's the
Don't think about
cogite?
it.
Here's your
Just because
compensation.
we almost died.
Ooh, I can move it.
I'm fine with this this bedroom location. In fact, just do that.
No.
It doesn't fit. You swine.
I need to study my demons.
I'm gonna fucking stop you with my mechadendrites if you don't stop.
That's a euphemism.
So I
No.
will point. This is basically the Cognite room. There's a lot of fans
Why
in
is
there.
there a
There's
toilet
more,
in there?
There's more than one, because you need a toilet. That's why. Just in case, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to be caught mid.
Well,
Mid-shit.
okay. So no.
Research.
There is an explanation for this. This does actually have inquisitorial access. Therefore, sometimes instead of shitting yourself, you can just go sit in the corner.
Exactly.
Sit in the corner and think about what you've done.
Sit in the corner and shit in the bowl so you don't shit your trousers.
So basically,
Oh, demons exist.
the room was originally your prison cell. Or a storage prison cell, so there was a toilet left there. When the Inquisitor had the Cognite, when I'm going to change his name. His name's going to be from now on forevermore VV420, because it's just better than TT. So VV420 installed it, and when he installed the Cognite and the extra memory banks and cooling systems and stuff, he was like, well, you know what? They're not as metal as I am. They may need it. So I shall leave it for them. He's a considerate little sod, he is.
It's nice for a Mechanicus, especially a team concerning me.
I like VV or TT. I don't remember anymore.
We're going with
He's
VV.
funny.
VV.
So, you can basically do whatever you really want in your gun cutter. You do have space for... I'm going to have to remember this off the top of my head, so I might get it wrong. I believe each one of these storage bays can hold 18 cargo. Now, the game doesn't really give you an actual weight or metric size of what this cargo is. It just tells you, you can have... No, sorry, it's 16 in total, I think, because you guys have got the living quarters. So if you take out the living quarters, you can hold more cargo, but you guys got it. So it's 8 in each. I'm going to say that your alcohol is going to take up 1. So it's properly stacked. It's properly stacked in proper reinforced crate and everything. So it's not insulating foam inside, so the bottles aren't shaking about and all that stuff. So...
Who's this?
Who's who?
That's Tiffany.
That's Tiffany.
That's
Oh,
Tiffany.
that's Tiffany.
The train of the group.
The who?
The chain.
What did you just say?
The chain?
She is a underhive gangster, essentially, or ganger, from
Former.
from a gang called the Poison Kiss that our beloved player Liliana decided she's hot. I'm gonna have a bit of her, and decided to induct her into the Inquisition. So now she is an NPC of Liliana, not technically the party. She can't just lend her out to whoever wants her.
You say that, but I did
That-
put 100 XP towards her, so fuck off.
Yeah.
Dude, I spent how much XP? I spent a fuck ton of XP on her.
Didn't you put 100 into my girl as well?
I put 100 in the 100 in Amy, 100 in Amy, 150 in Tiffany, and 100 in the Dieves.
Yeah, I spent basically every single piece of XP I got on Tiffany.
Yes, we actually spent XP on a lot of fucking NPCs.
On
Okay.
loot.
So essentially, you can get contacts in this game, and those contacts can be NPCs and special characters.
You upgrade them with XP.
Yeah. So at certain events, I'll give out extra big helping of XP, and the idea is that you spend some of that on a contact, or everyone puts a bit in for a contact. The group paid for 2, but only brought 1 because the other contact is on world as their contact
wait.
with the Wild Wardens.
Well, technically,
Technically, we
we
also
paid
got
for 4.
Mr.
Yeah.
and Mrs. Day.
I don't think you paid for Bill and for Dave.
We did pay
or
for
Dave and-
Dodgy and his
We
wife
did.
Mary.
Oh, okay. So you
Dodgy
have got
Dave
the-
and his wife Mary Dave.
Yes. Okay, so you do have the item acquirers on your team now.
We didn't bring
We
them with
also-
us though. They're still on Aquafria.
Ah.
Yeah.
You also technically have a gang in Aquafria, but
Kinda. But Amy's my girl, so.
is she?
I don't know, bro.
Once you give a bitch a flamer,
If she fucking gave it back.
Oh dear. See, if you'd given it to Flame, she would have been all over you, but you didn't. So,
oh,
Yeah.
I like that girl. The
If
other one
you-
I don't like.
if
Just
you
because she reminds
guys,
you of Zinch.
I believe I have given you a gun cutter sheet, or was I meant to give you a gun cutter sheet and I never did?
Guncutter notes?
Oh, it might be then gun cutter notes. Can you edit that?
Yes.
Can?
Okay, so anything you want to keep on the gun cutter, write it in there. If there's
How much storage did you say it was? 16 or 80?
it's
18
8
cargo
per.
each.
It's 8 per, so it's 16 in total. And you're using up
Oh,
1
8 per.
at the moment. Yeah, because I forgot, because you guys have got the living quarters. So it's in the book. It's actually in the Rogue Trader book in Battlefleet. Can't remember the whole name. Yes, I think it's in Battlefleet Cronus, where it gives you the stats for the gun cutter and tells you that you can have living quarters for 6 people, or you can have extra storage. So you guys have gone for the living quarters layout. So yeah, it's 8 per cargo hold. So you can divide it up if you want to have, the heretical shit in one side, or if you want to, essentially, if you want to turn one side into a workshop, you can. If you want to turn one side into a full kitted out medical bay, med bay, you can. If you want to turn one side into a torture sex dungeon, you can. Like put
Don't
some.
Don't.
Don't
Looking
tempt
at
us.
you, Jim.
We're gonna make a brothel
No.
in this place.
Oh no.
We're gonna make a
Oh.
space brothel.
Right, wait, so what's it called? It's just Guncutter?
Yeah, you guys haven't named it yet. So just for
No, I mean
Winters,
like the
yeah, it's just a gun cutter. That's the chassis type, or the make type gun cutter.
so it's in Into the Storm, not Battlefield Cross.
Ah, okay. So Winters down here there is a door with a Mechanicus symbol on it. It leads you down into the engine bay. So when you are in combat, this is probably going to be the area that you want to be in. You can, if you wish, build yourself a nest in there. You are a Mechanicus, so it's kind of your territory as well.
Fucking love Nest.
I wish the next think about having like the normal room up top being a sort of official sleeping area and doubling as a sort of first aid post, and then just the place where I actually go to sleep being down there then.
So you're converting that place into a med bay, basically?
Sort of.
Alright.
I mean, we can use this bedroom as a storage area anyway, because fucking Tiffany doesn't stay there.
It's technically because we also have a storage area down here, don't we?
Both of these are storage areas, are they not?
Yeah, I mean, if we get our entire cargo hold full, we can use the empty room as storage, but now let's just leave it as a guest room, I guess.
Guest room. There's a both.
The God Emperor is disappointed in us.
Is he?
You maybe.
Oh, he's definitely disappointed in me.
He knew definitely that the priest left me, bitch.
Yeah, because he doesn't know you're a fucking twist.
No, because I didn't insult him or the religion.
I didn't insult the religion.
You insulted everybody.
I insult everybody, but that's just my like.
Look, Mordecai, I love you, but you did insult both the ecclesiarchy and the Mechanicus.
Oh. I wasn't saying it was a bad thing he made me a psyker.
Look, ask Harris. Harris, what do you think about Mordecai?
It's not theirs, it's Winters.
Sorry, Winters. What do you think about Mordecai?
Oh, I barely met him. So far, he hasn't done anything unexpected.
Hey, you're the outlier.
I mean, I haven't known her for long, so, you know, the unexpected part, it will happen. I will insult you somehow.
To be fair, Winters, I will actually give you this. There was, when you first met Mordecai, you thought he was a bit of a dick. Like, there was just something about his face that you were just like, bit of a dick. Now that you're thinking about it, some weird Mechanicus woman came up to you and, well, actually no, she probably sent it to all data slates because she's a bit of a bitch like that. So Sarah's Victoria Mantorus of the Adeptus Mechanicus probably sent you a message along with all other Adeptus Mechanicus personnel aboard in the Inquisitor's retinue that this person has gained hatred Mechanicus, and you should watch out for them because they are an asshole.
You literally called her an engine seer in the fucking.
I didn't call Mantorus an engine seer. It was the other one.
Yeah, you did.
The fucking engine seer.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I didn't realise Mantorus was part of that group. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, Mantorus. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now I actually feel bad because I like Mantorus.
So,
fucked it up.
Basically, it's the only way to explain how every member of the Adeptus Mechanicus is like, do you know what? You're a bit of a dick. They sent a message out to each other. They were like, okay, all personnel in the Mechanicus, this person is a dick. Remember this. So,
They actually have me in school.
They're all gossiping amongst each other. We hate this person now.
Yeah. It's just fucking Mean Girls all over again.
So at one point, he'll do something good for the Mechanicus, and you'll get a message, okay, he's alright.
I just imagine Mechanicus discourse with a picture. Persona
I'll still
non grata.
Let's face it, I'll probably do something nice for the Ordo Malleus instead of the Mechanicus.
We'll see. So, I have just remembered a bit of a lore fuck up, I'm not entirely sure what it is. So, in some books, you were allowed to do short warp jumps to shorten the time between 2 points. But in other books, it says you cannot do a warp jump whilst within a solar system. You have to jump to the edge, and you have to jump out of a solar system. You have to go to the edge of a. Well, that would take an awfully long time to get there on standard light, sublight engines.
You can. It's just really dangerous the closer you are to a planet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go with the changed fluff, which is it makes sense for an RPG game. You have to be X far away from a planet so that you're not fucked by their gravitational pull, but you can do very short jumps. Because otherwise, it's going to take you a year to fly from one planet to another planet in the same solar system, or half a year, 6 months. Because it takes us a year
in orbit. You're in orbit of a planet.
You'll definitely have to leave orbit and get out of the gravitational pull of the planet and the astral body. You'll have to be in an empty bit of space to do it. But I'm gonna do it like that because otherwise, there's no way this ship is managing to jump from one planet to another planet in like 2 weeks' time. I worked that out as I was thinking about it just now. Like, hang on a minute, the law says you can't. I'm gonna have to adjust it.
They do it in Devastation of Baal, like basically in orbit, and it almost kills. But they also say if you're a bit out, you can do it. So.
And every book seems to change it slightly. I've heard it where you have to be on the edge of the solar system of the star system, otherwise you fuck everything up, And I've heard lesser ones. So for now, we'll do this because it makes sense for the game. Once you're back aboard the Lustful Maiden, about 3 days goes past as the ship moves away from the planet and into a bit of dead space. Excuse me, gas. After 3 days, you feel this terrible vibration. It is shockingly bad, like the worst turbulence you've ever experienced. Liliana, this is not a happy ship. This is really a ship that needs some work doing to it, with the vibrations that are running through this. Eris, Winters, rather, you two are like, wow, when was maintenance done on their warp drive? What does that sound like? Doing prayers to the Omnisire, like,
I keep tapping my foot on the ground 3 times, putting my hand against the ship, so I say, calm down, girl. You got this. Don't kill us.
The Psyker and the Galliffield generator is just screaming.
See, I have no idea how to work Galliffield, so I'm not touching those.
Yeah, please don't. We need that.
Please don't. Please, whatever you do, don't go near that. That shit feels we're all dead.
Yeah,
so
we're
not in a good way.
We're not doing good, Scott. We can't make demons run away from us.
You make it into the warp. That's the good bit. The navigator is able to make the course.
I'm sure that's the good bit. Is the good bit getting back out?
Yeah, definitely.
So
out.
you get into the warp. There's this horrible popping sound inside of your brains as the Gellerfield comes online. It shouldn't be like that, or at least, aboard the Emperor's Profiteer, it is not nearly that violent. You genuinely are in pain. Like, it feels as if someone's just backed you in the side of the ear. You're not losing wounds from it, but it was very, very unpleasant. And as the ship enters the warp, it seems as if the stabilizers of the ship are out, as you're kind of jerked to one side, as the stabilizers have stabilized one side more than the other, and it's kind of turned the ship as it's entered. The usual alarm that plays before entering the warp, for some reason, doesn't. all you hear is this coming through the speakers.
Fucking.
Okay.
I can't remember what they're called. Fucking wombats? Not wombats, wombles.
Yeah, wombles. The
What the
wombles.
fuck is a womble?
Google it.
Little
Google it.
little cloth people that live on the moon.
Oh no, they're the clangers.
What?
Oh, clangers. Yeah.
What?
Ah!
Yeah, the wombles are something else entirely. The clangers are something different. So you make it into the warp. You get a notification that you have been disconnected from the server and are now back. Or at least I did.
The psychers freak out completely.
You get a message on your data slates saying that the trip should take 3 months. Expletives are passed and questions go past. Whilst in the warp, I just need to check. That's gonna have to. Thank fuck that opened on my big screen and not my stream screen, because I don't want you to see my hentai. That'd be very bad.
I knew it.
Oh no, the lollies, the furries! Ah!
Fucking space wolves.
Ah, no, furries is alright. You don't see the. Oh, no, never mind. I'm not getting to that.
Not on my site, you're not. Where is the coral?
Yes.
Oh, hang on. I think I might be able to find it on the master's kit. If not, I'll just quickly GM rule it. Oh, that's not the right book. You swine. Okay, so I'm going to rule it thusly. Your first 4 days in the warp are rocky. For all of you who are not psychically attuned, it's just a very unpleasant feeling. For those of you psychically attuned, you feel sick. There's like a real nausea that seems to hit you almost as soon as the Geller field becomes active. For everyone else, this is a drowsy, not, feeling a bit under the weather, and it's not so bad. However, when you sleep, hang on, I've now found the correct book, which has annoyed me. As you sleep, you begin to see, basically, dream the events that have just happened. Except from this time, rather than succeeding, you see your friends die. You see Darius cut down with a chainsword, and Darius sees Mordecai impaled through the chest. You all see a different fever-like dream kind of scenario, all except from Winter's. And Winter's, your dreams would be more along the lines of that crucial time that you went to use your favorite weapon, and that strike that struck, and the resulting explosion and cook-off of energies, the uncontrollable energy that you lost, brings you out in a sweat. You have all suffered from warp sickness. For the psychers, however, it is worse. You genuinely feel like you've got the worst case of the tummy bugs and the headaches and oh dear, this is going to be a really bad month for you guys.
Yeah. Mordecai's in the med bay like every other day, just puking his guts out.
Yeah. I'm spending most of my time in the toilet. It's not nice. It's nasty.
Don't like it. Well,
no, I think I was kind, actually. I think I was kind. Because that should have been something much worse.
oh,
I think that should have been like a warp storm or something along those lines, but
Oh no.
it wasn't. It's fine. I went through the event, and then it was meant to be a -20 navigate warp to exit. So he would have. Okay, right. So, although you were told 3 months, it turns out that the time is a lot shorter. Much like the last voyage was only 2 weeks. This one is 3 weeks. So Navigator was kind of right. He was kind of right. There was a 3 in it.
So whenever the navigator says the number, we take that.
do not finish it. Do not finish your sentence, otherwise you will jinx it. We know what you mean. We know what you mean, but don't jinx it.
You'll get the opposite of peer navigator houses.
Yep.
You're
right.
nowhere near the Navigator. He's in his little box at the moment.
It's more a case of he's Nuffle, and Nuffle will decide to play.
No. The moment you say don't jinx it, I get it. I'm not going to jinx it. Never mind.
You exit the warp. Now, I would like to ask, is there anything you guys would like to do for those 3 weeks?
I don't think we're. I don't think both me and Mordecai are well enough to do anything. So I'm gonna be spending my time trying not to puke my guts out and trying not to shit myself to death. So
There's stuff Mordecai was wanting to doing, and then he sat on a toilet and didn't get back up.
I'm just doing maintenance on the weapons, making sure.
I'm gonna be near the plasma reactors for comfort.
Just don't roll a 1.
Don't worry about
Can you roll me charm? Winters, can you roll me charm? You can add any peer mechanicus you have to it. You can add any bonuses you have with the Adeptus Mechanicus, such as peer, that you have. You can also add a +30 because you are Mechanicus. You want into the Engine Master's most hallowed and sacred place. And he doesn't know if he likes you yet, so let's see.
He's ready to go there with you.
Oops. I did a plus. That's not supposed to be. There we go. Wait, what?
You didn't do the positives this time.
Okay, so your target flat is 22. I gave you a +30.
I only gave myself a +10, so my target is 42. Yeah, that actually makes more sense. I'm just retarded.
Hold up. Your flat fellowship is 12?
For
charm, yes.
Yeah, because you got a -20 for not having the skill.
Right.
So it'd go from 12 to 42. So you would have just failed with your first roll. So let me find you his name, so at least you know who you are speaking to. Oh Jesus, is this a guy or a girl? I think it's a girl. It's Zik Ram Claire. Great. Where did I get these fucking names from?
Zik?
Okay. So as you like knock on the door and you do the official Mechanicus knock and chant and ritual, the door opens and.
Yes. What do you want? What do you want with my sanctum?
I wish to enter for comfort during these trying times.
Well, clearly not, sister, brother, of the Mechanicus. Or are you here to tamper with my secrets, with my love, with my engines? Do you want to scrutiny my work? Do you want to lambast me with your rituals of calming?
No,
I have to work
I'm...
with what I have. I have to work with what I have, and I have nothing. She kind of throws her.
I don't have that one hotkeyed. She kind of throws her hands up in the air. You see her mechadendrites all raise up and kind of do the inflatable arm man kind of woo behind her as the door comes sliding down. She just seems to be screaming that she has nothing and she must make her love run.
Winters just shrinks away every time she tries to talk, but it gets immediately interrupted.
It seems
you
as
need
if she
an asshole
is.
to distract from you.
It seems as
I'm sorry, what?
Phrasing.
I know exactly what he meant. You should have taken him with you. Then you would have looked like you were made in shiny and chrome.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm glad someone knew.
I'm gonna be hanging out in the fucking
I'm
the gun
not
cutter.
taking the Psyker into the plasma reactor during warp transit when he's already shitting everywhere.
I mean, maybe they need some lubricant or fertilizer.
Oh, God, no.
I might
No.
be, but I'm not suicidal.
Good by the Emperor's buttocks, man. Come on.
Actually, by Mordecai's.
One, don't speak
Oh.
don't speak ill of the Empire. Two, stay in your goddamn room or I will beat you with a kosh.
At least I'm not researching demons while I'm feeling like this.
You better not be, or I will beat you with a kosh.
Oh,
I
so
would
Winters.
introduce you to a dragon dildo. Something like that.
What? Ooh.
What?
Winters, we'll move this along. Winters, I do need to ask: do you want to re-roll your charm? Because you do have fortune, and no one's actually used any today.
I did, actually.
I would like
Yeah,
to
so-
try that.
Sure.
So you get one back per session, by the way.
Yes, you
One per
regenerate.
session?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there'll be other times when I tell you, like, so at the end of this session, you'll all get a complete refresh because you spent 3 weeks in the warp traveling, recovering, doing nothing. So, okay, rather than flailing her arms up, she does invite you in. Inside the enginarium of the Lustful Maiden is a depressing as fuck sight. This is a plasma reactor, and basically everything you would need to get this ship into the warp and out again is in just dire need of just serious maintenance, just to sit somewhere for a couple of months, take everything offline and just repair, clean, and just make new again. But you soon find, from a bit of discussion with Claire, Ram Claire,
Zip
that-
ram.
yeah, Zik Ram Claire, you soon find out that the ship is massively underfunded. Until now, I'll pick one, she basically says that normally, years gone by, if she needed repairs, Ludovic would just say, look, just make do. Just repair the repair of the repair of the repair. Just keep the engine running. It's only been recently that when she actually puts in order forms for materials that he's actually been going, okay, no, we'll order this and we'll pick it up from this space dock. Which has led her to get kind of excited about one day being able to take the engines offline and do maintenance. But at the moment, they haven't got there yet. So she's feeling rather pressured to keep things running.
I will assist wherever possible, wherever she allows me to assist. Because I'm from Ryza. Plasma's kind of my specialty. And other than that, I'll just find a comfortable corner and just enjoy the hum of the reactor. Or stuttering in this case.
Sure. I tell you what. Give me a tech use test with. So, it would normally be at least a -10. However, you are from Riser in your backstory. So I'll say a +10 overall. So I'll give you a +20 for your background on this kind of technology, as this is only running maintenance, what you can do to a plasma reactor when it's actually in use. And you'll be spending, a bit of your time just assisting here and there. You can add any other bonuses that you may get to your tech use test as well.
So +10 total, yes?
Yes, +10 total.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you are able to assist, but much like Claire has said, it needs to be turned off. All the areas that are right, these are the most vital areas that we can get doing, and you do what you can, which is an assistant of assistance to Claire, but it's just not, it needs to come offline. That's what you really come to the conclusion after 2 weeks have gone by, where you've helped as much as you can for the time being. You basically have a week where you can sit and chat with Zikram Claire. I know why I decided to pick that name now. It is quite nice, rolling off the tongue. Zikram Claire. So let me sorry, I got behind on the days and weeks and months that you guys have been spending doing your nonsense. So you spent to that day doing that, and then you spent 3 weeks, 3 days traveling out of system, and then so yeah, you should be on, as you get to the world of, I will tell you in a minute. Fuck, keeping a track of these days is getting a bit much. So what are we on? What have I done? I can't remember. Help. So I need to add 3. Oh, that's actually a lot easier than my brain let me think about. So, on the 155th day of the Imperial calendar, you arrive in orbit of Las Torun. This is just make sure this is right. Okay, so this seems to be a mining world, or the information you're given about the world is it's a mining world. It has heavy volcanic activity during certain seasons of its orbit around the sun. This has meant that a large amount of precious minerals, resources, and gemstones get pushed up in the lava flow. This has led to a very profitable mining towns, facilities, and so on emerging. However, it is not viable to do mass-scale mining on this world. It is far more done on a small scale, so individuals, private companies, private groups going out and finding precious resources and then selling it back to the administratum. The administratum. you'd find that this world is owned by the Administratum, not the Adeptus Mechanicus. There are Adeptus Mechanicus facilities, one of which being a spaceport. This world has quite a large spaceport that is capable of running maintenance on the different numbers of ships that come into system. So upon exiting, it is again a shaky exit, but apart from that there don't seem to be any other problems. As you come into dock with the spaceport, your Inquisitor tells you you can get a data link to the Adeptus Mechanicus facilities, and then they can upload any information needed to this ship. So if you want to do any investigation rolls now to find out anything about the world, you can. And how are we doing for time?
Probably.
I can do some more.
Yeah, probably looking at not too much longer, really.
Not a problem. We'll do the first lots of investigation rolls and give you a bit of information about the world, and we'll call it there. So who would like to roll on a cognite?
Sure.
I would.
So what's
I volunteer. I volunteer. Winter.
Wow.
You can all have a go as, like, you know, one of you fails, and then the next one pushes them off, and they have a go and they fail, and then you push the next one off.
You take the cognate. I'm going to make you repair it.
Winter is the tech guy. Girl.
So, what are we rolling again for info?
Scrutiny, intelligence, which I believe you have to roll separately. So yeah, roll intelligence with your scrutiny bonus or negative.
Technically, I'm gonna roll scrutiny perception because it's the exact same number. So, boop.
So scrutiny, but with your intelligence bonus, essentially.
Yeah, or you roll your intelligence with your scrutiny bonus, which is probably easier.
20 pips is plus 20.
Yeah, that's probably
I don't have scrutiny.
How? I'm gonna re-roll
Damn
that.
it, Winter.
Why would I get scrutiny?
You will learn very quickly why to get scrutiny.
Everyone in the group has scrutiny.
I have awareness. That's enough.
No, it's not.
Why is there an
It's
influence
not.
roll? Oh, okay, because you rolled wrong. Okay.
Yeah, I derped. I mean,
Wait,
I felt either way, so
when
72 to a 51.
So when nobody had the scrutiny to work out well enough the building was collapsing, that's when we all went, yeah, we should probably all get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of on that very session I kind of fell into a piece of rebar and fucked up my leg, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Shout for
believe-
medic. I was the medic.
I believe Darius is the only one who succeeded. No.
Wait,
he
what?
failed.
No,
he
God, no.
failed. You
No.
failed. Fail. Okay, everyone failed.
All right.
It's fine.
We're kidnapping. What do you call her again?
So I will give
Castella.
you. I'll give you. Castella. You want Castella to roll?
Yeah, we're kidnapping Castella again.
Yeah. I want to
Okay.
kidnap Nutella too, but for now Castella will do.
If it's like last time, Nutella will come with her.
Here's the thing. Whenever we were stuck at some place, we can always just poke Nutella and she might give us, weird info that is useful.
Oh,
If it wasn't scrutiny, if it was anything else, I have security, I have tech use. Now, I can roll logic as well.
What about logic? Yeah, what about logic instead?
Oh,
Logic
I
would
remember.
work.
I remember now. She uses a fortune point to achieve 5 degrees of success on her scrutiny and knowledge rolls because it's a scribe special roll. That's such a cool roll. That is
It's
such
so good.
That is so good.
Yes.
So she
Does
gets
logic
5
work for the.
She gets 5 degrees of success on her scrutiny scrutiny intelligence for finding information about the world. So she would find out that the world is broken into provinces. So the planetary governor basically has to do even less, because each province has a duke, and each duke has a number of minions who goes about doing his deeds. Provincial governors is what they are called. So she finds out that essentially the world's had some issues with piracy and things of that nature, and mainly humans trying to take the piss and get out without paying taxes, without paying the tithes that the world demands. She gets enough degrees of success to tell you that there's a massive criminal racketeer going on this world of bringing people in as indentured servants, and marking up all the prices so that they never get out of paying off their debt, because it's a seasonal thing that they normally bring these people in right at the end of the season, so they have to go all of the out of season ringing up debts, so when the work season comes, they're never going to get out of it. There's a natural warp phenomena that happens around this world, and she actually tells you that it's going on right now. It is called the Crackle. For orbital vessels, it doesn't really have much of an effect, but the way that warp energies and solar radiation react with the materials that are being kicked up every year by the volcanic activity, it charges the atmosphere somehow. That causes a great deal of electrostatic energy to build up. It's more of a fun fact than anything else. She tells you that during this time you'll find you'll get electric shocks off of a lot of stuff. However, the guild Astropathica have reported that astropaths on world have documented on minor seasons minor pains and trouble concentrating, and basically just a pain. It hurts. If you're psychically sensitive to crackle, hurts you. It's like a minor headache all the time. In some years, it has got very strong and caused debilitating pain for the Astrotelepathicus. As for general, what time of year is it now? It seems to be low season. About halfway through low season, there are a couple of volcanoes that are just starting to die down. So, just so we're clear, low season is when the volcanoes are active. High season is when people are working and they're dormant. So there's an awful lot of shit being kicked up into the atmosphere. This can cause planes and flyers to be grounded. This can stop all flyer activity if it gets bad. As for other information, there are 3 starports on world. The planetary governor lives and essentially owns one, and the other 2, one is owned by the Adeptus Mechanicus and one is owned by the Adeptus Administratum. In that, these 3 starports basically get everything off world, and are the biggest deposits of technology, commerce, trade, and the goings on of the world. The planetary governor's starport is far larger and grander in that it's spread out more. It has a lot more buildings attached to it. You can imagine that he's built it up with nobility and so on and so forth, and good friends, blah de blah. The Adeptus Mechanicus is the furthest out from all of them, and is very sparse and to the point, but a lot closer to the ore fields. The Adeptus Administratum's one is actually very close to the Planetary Governor's one in planetary terms. These things are fucking kilometers of kilometers, you know, other sides of the planet on a planetary scale. But yeah, the noble one and the Adeptus Administratum ones are the closest. I think that's all the information she would be able to get at this time. Well, actually, no, she got 5 degrees. You guys have asked her for knowledge before, so she would probably be able to get from your Adeptus Mechanicus that in the last few weeks, the 2 guild ships have appeared here, but not the rogue trader.
Oh.
And
okay.
You would find that the guild ships supplied materials. They actually unloaded a lot of materials that were designated for a charitable stroke it's a charitable investment in commerce of one of the counties on world. Would you get the actual name of the county? Probably not. I think that's going to be something you'll have to actually get either on the Mechanicus's space station or on world.
What is our actual mission on world?
Sure, you'll be given. I guess you would have had your quick briefing. Essentially, it's to the Inquisitor is going to go down and speak to the Planetary Governor about some suspicious things that have been going on. Realistically, he will want the best squad to go with him, which is your squad. So your group will 100% be coming down onto planet with him. I imagine that a number of other personnel, like he might take another squad and send them to the Chronicalarium to start doing research on the world and any suspicious shit.
We're close to the Inquisitor. I would suggest not to bring down Metella until us other psychers have assessed how bad it is down there.
I'm gonna request that I be permitted to wear my fucking carapace this time.
Sure, you're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Whatever equipment you wish to bring, you can bring.
Darius, can I borrow a gun?
Can I refuel my?
No.
Can I refuel my comma?
Do you have the poison to poison it?
I don't think so.
Do you have more poison?
I have one type of, well, not poison actually. Never mind. No. I'll acquire poison on this planet if I get the chance.
You have alcohol.
No. Poison, the type of poison that kills you. Not the good type of poison.
We have that priest.
Real quick. Does anyone actually need a weapon?
Yes,
So,
I need a gun.
Mordecai. Alright. I can give you.
I gave
A
you
pistol. I'm not trained in the bolter, and I haven't picked up my flamer yet because we never went back down there.
I'm keeping my persecutor, so I'll.
I'll give him my
give you?
civitas. I'll give him my civitas.
That works. But you need
Yeah.
that.
I don't need that. I have a hypo pistol
Oh,
and a Galvin Needler.
Yeah.
I spent a fuck ton of money on shit.
I spent a fuck ton of money on flamers and then gave it away. And now I'm severely regretting.
I'm gonna put the scalp checker away.
I'll take even like a murder pistol or whatever the fuck it's called.
I'm adding a note to my civitas that it's with you.
Okay, thank you.
I should point out for Winter's sake, Darius is now equipped in a Arbite carapace.
Yeah.
Alongside
I'm wearing full flak armor. So,
Yeah, but this is Arbite. Arbite.
proper
Like,
Arbite.
I'm
It's
not
still
gonna
got his
question
name
where
on
you
it.
got it from.
It has the guy's name on it.
No, it does not. No, it doesn't have his name. But if you look carefully enough, there's a slight off black symbol that is technically his symbol. I believe it's an ace.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
That will make sense to anyone who's not an Arbite or not from that world. By the way, 4 weeks have passed. Don't we get money?
Yes.
How much money? I forgot.
Also-
Is it 200 per week? Or is it 100 per week?
100 a week?
100 a week.
Okay.
So 3 weeks, so I am now at 400 thrones.
Yes, you can all have 300 thrones.
It's been 4 weeks because we spent a week on World healing up.
Yes.
Oh. 400 thrones.
Has it now? Has it now? Are you sure the Inquisitor's not making you pay for your own medical care? Oh, I don't know.
That when we killed a demon.
I
Yeah,
killed
okay.
the demon for him. Care, so.
Yeah, okay. You can have your extra 100.
Speaking of which, it has been 4 weeks. Are we being chased by a suspiciously silver-looking ship?
Possibly.
Sorry?
Oh no.
Well, so it was 2 weeks, roughly.
Yeah.
2 weeks. You were there for a week and then you left. So that ship got there, realized that you were heading to another world. So then it's come after you. So if you're lucky and this all takes a week, then there's a chance that it will arrive in time. If you take less time, then it'll have to go all the way back to Santa Fe. Santa Fe to the hive world of Agrafria.
Right.
Spinning around at the speed of sound.
I now get what that silver ship is. Never mind.
What's the tech level of the planet we're on right now?
So there are plasma reactors for the starports. So at the starports is fairly advanced. Obviously, they're for starports, shuttles going up and down, your general technology for that purpose. For the rest of the surrounding villages and shit like that, it's very low tech. Whilst they do have ground cars and they do have diggers and things of that nature, it is all very old mining equipment. It's been rented out to guilds that have then paid because it was lost and it's just been left on this world, that the locals have then got it up and running and use it for digging out the plasma.
Repair my little baby.
So you might have a chance on the starport around the world where the ship is going to dock. They might have the parts there, or you might be able to influence roll a fellow Adeptus Mechanicus individual to let you to give you the parts. But that will have to be next time for when you get onto the space station. Space station? Yeah, the space station. But I think that is probably a good place to end the stream. So, What, Geddy?
Geddy,
I thought you said, oh.
Oh, sorry.
That is where we will end the stream. So I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode and adventure, and I'm looking forward to future episodes to come. If you have liked, hit that like button, subscribe, do all the weird and wonderful things. Also, thank you Hook Sounds for all the music, because I forgot to do that at the start. Even though I got copyright claimed by another fucking company. So we'll have to see how that works. Thank you all so much. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.